Welcome back to Ultimate Combat Radio. Mike Stidham here talking a little mixed martial arts. This segment is brought to you by Aztec Highway. Get it your way at the highway, WDFA. Once again, I want to remind you about our poll question. Who has the best chin in mixed martial arts? Now, Brandon, how would they call in or get a hold of us to answer that question?
Well, they can call us by dialing 4-5 or 670-1280 or text us. Start your text message out with the word zone, and the number is 53318.
Awesome. Now, if you have a question for Jake Ellenberger, we're going to have him on the line in just a moment here. Now, Jake Ellenberger is featured in the main event of UFC Fight Night coming up September 17th against Jake Shields. Jake, are you there?
I'm here, man.
Hey, man, congratulations, by the way. Is this your first main event in the UFC?
This is. I'm super stoked, man.
Yeah, I'll bet you are, man. You see your face on all the posters and all that other cool stuff. It's got to be pretty exciting.
I know it. You know, it's kind of hard to believe still, but it's awesome, man. It's a dream come true.
Very, very cool. Now, you fought for just about every major promotion that's been around in the past half decade or so. Can you tell us a little bit about the differences between those organizations, and where did you most enjoy fighting? Obviously, you kind of have to say the UFC. That's the big dogs of the bunch. But what about the rest of them?
You know, there's a lot of organizations out there, but you know, I would definitely have to say, even not necessarily being biased, but the UFC definitely is as for me. You know, I've been paid the most from them, and obviously, they take care of us very well. But no, I've fought all over the world. I've had a lot of good experiences, but you know, it's just an honor to be a part of the UFC, and you know, now to headline an event for them, it truly is an honor.
Yeah, very cool. You know, you mentioned you fought all over the world. I was reading your bio, and I found it kind of interesting that you rarely fought in the same place twice. You know, you're all over the place. What makes you such a transient fighter? You running from the law or something?
Not at all. No, yeah, just you know, just the opportunities that I was presented. So you know, it's definitely a blessing for me.
Good stuff. So now you got a very impressive record in what I feel is the deepest weight class in terms of talent, the welterweight division. MMA Weekly has you ranked number 10. Where do you feel you fit into the big picture of the welterweight division?
Well, you know, the welterweight division is definitely stacked with a lot of studs. But for me, you know, I'm just taking it one fight at a time. I've been in the UFC for about 2 years now. And, you know, for me, I continuously keep getting better, you know, learning from each fight, and just excited. I mean, Jake Shields, honestly, he's just another guy in my way. I mean, for me to become a world champion, he's just another guy that I'm going to have to beat. So I'm ready.
All right, UFC Fight Night main event contestant coming up on September 17th in New Orleans, Louisiana. Jake Ellenberger joining us on the program. Jake, to date, who was your toughest opponent? Who really rocked your world when you got in and mixed it up?
Toughest. There's been a few. I would probably say the one I thought was going to be my toughest fight was Pele, when I fought Pele in Canada. You know, unbelievable Muay Thai fighter from the original shoot box in Brazil. But it ended up being one of my quicker fights too. So, you know, thanks for that. That actually wasn't a tough fight, thankfully. But I'd probably say Carlos Condit was one of my toughest fights. You know, he's up there too. He's been winning. He's been doing a great job.
Yeah, he's a stud, man. I was going to say that looked to me like it was a great fight. I really enjoyed that. You guys really mixed it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, and for me, I took the fight on 3-week notice. It was a big opportunity for me, so you know, I definitely couldn't turn it down.
Right. Well, let's talk about that. You've kind of been on a merry-go-round with changing opponents, fight dates, and you know, it seems like things change at such a rapid pace, and most notably with you. I mean, you've experienced a lot of that lately. How do you deal with that? How do you keep your composure, and how do you deal with all those changes?
Well, to be honest, I mean, you know, as a professional fighter, that's our job, is just to be ready to fight, you know, no matter who it is. So, I mean, I really haven't paid a lot of attention, or I should say, to names and records. You know, for me, I should always being prepared for mentally and ready for myself just to fight. You know, that's really what it comes down to. So, yeah, being ready and staying relaxed, and you know, opponent switches, that stuff happens, injuries happen, things happen. I mean, that's the part of the sport. But yeah, just being ready is definitely what's going to come down to.
Sure. Now this bout was originally slated to be the first 5-round non-title bout, but has been now changed to 3 rounds. Do you feel the change hurts you or benefits you, and what have you done in terms of training to adjust?
Honestly, I don't think it really matters. you know, when we do rounds, I'm doing 5, 6, 7 rounds, you know, a session anyway. So, you know, 3 rounds just means I'm gonna have to work that much harder in 15 minutes rather than 25. But you know, like I said, it really doesn't affect me one way or another.
Yeah, okay. You're training at the Rain Training Center, and can you tell us a little bit about your teammates and your coaches there? You got some studs over there you're training with.
Yeah, definitely. It's been awesome. Rain Training Center is one of the top middleweights. Mark Munoz, he's one of the owners of it, and you know, just an awesome leader, awesome guy to train with.
All right, now one of my favorite lines I've heard in recent interviews. You said GSP would beat Jake Shields with a jab and a yawn. now Shields went the distance with GSP. Has that changed your opinion of Shields at all?
Absolutely not. GSP is afraid to engage. He does not want to lose that belt. Like, I promise you, when I fight him, he will definitely have to engage.
Good stuff. All right.
You know, honestly, that was a, you know, I called that fight, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, not that Jake Shields isn't dangerous. He is, but I just didn't see any way he was going to beat GSP, as I don't see any way he's going to beat me either.
Well, tell us how you're going to beat him. What's your game plan going into this fight?
It's, you know, for me, it's pretty simple. I'm going to pressure him and make him make a mistake. You know, all I need is to capitalize on one of his mistakes, and you know, it's mine. I've been working a lot with my striking coach, Master Rafael Cordero. I think, you know, the best Muay Thai coach in the world. And I also have a boxing coach I've been working with as well. So,
is that the same kind of game plan you would take into a fight with GSP, or would there be a whole different approach for that one?
It would be similar. It would definitely be similar. GSP's a guy you're going to have to pressure. You can't let him dictate the range and the distance, which most guys do because they're afraid to get taken down, or I don't even know what. But you know, definitely a guy you have to engage and keep pressure on. Not a guy you can sit back on.
Right. MMA Weekly has Jake Shields ranked number 3. Does beating him how close does that put you to a title shot? How do you feel about that?
You know, it doesn't really matter right now. I'm just focused on Jake and wherever the rankings are all different. So
yeah.
The rankings don't really matter to me. I mean, you know, I told Joe Silva from day one that, you know, I'll fight anybody I have to get my shot at a world title. And, you know, here I am fighting one of the top 3 guys in the world. So it's just another opportunity for me to prove, you know, that I'm one of the best welterweights in the world.
Well, Jake, I want to thank you for joining us on the program and wish you the best of luck against Jake Shields on the 17th.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks again for coming on the show. UFC's Jake Shields. He's going to be going up against Ellenberger. I don't know. I think Ellenberger's got a shot in this fight, Brandon.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. And every time we do these interviews, I get that much more excited to watch the fights.
I know. You can tell, though, that Ellenberger's getting amped up for this thing, man. This is a fight that he realizes you could put him on the map. And, you know, he's on the map right now. He's in the top 10, but really puts him in the conversation about getting it with GFC. And I think it's just got all the makings of a great fight.
Yeah, he's a cool guy, man. I like everything he had to say, and he just has a good vibe, you know, a good disposition.
What I liked about him, and we've heard this a little bit lately, that these guys are not looking toward fights down the road. They're saying, look, man, I'm going to fight the guy that's in front of me right now, and then we'll let Joe Silva do his job, and we'll let the prognosticators do their job, make their rankings or whatever. But, you know, I'm just going to do my job when it comes time to do my job.
Yeah, that's a breath of fresh air.
It really is. Once again, having been around the game for a little while. Now, just a quick reminder that local MMA super stud Court McGee is also going to be on that card. And you can watch that for free on Spike TV. That's next Saturday, the 17th, from New Orleans to Louisiana. Looking forward to that. We got more good stuff in the show. This has been a great show so far, but if that weren't enough, we're going to be talking to Hank the Vice Weiss when we come back.